Okay, so at this point, we know how to find, or we know how to approximate square roots. We know how to turn everything into decimals. So what we want to work on here is comparing and ordering real numbers. So as you can see, we have a number line at the bottom from -5 to 5, and we're going to put all of these numbers in the correct position on the number line. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is put all the numbers in a position in which we could compare all of them. Okay? So I think the best thing to do is to turn everything into decimals and then go from there. So 3 and 4/5, we have 3, and then 4 divided by 5 is going to give us 0.8. All right, so our first one is 3.8. Now, for the square root of 24, we know that that has to be between the square root of 16 and the square root of 25. Okay, so 5, and then we'll have a fraction, and then 5. I'm sorry, this should be 4, not 5. There we go. So it should be 4 here, 4 and something. All right, so for our denominator, we need the total distance from 16 to 25. That total distance is 9. 25 minus 16 is 9. And then for the numerator, I'm going to need the distance from the lower to the middle. So 16 to 24, how much is that? That's 8. So I should have 4 8/9, and then I'm going to turn this into a decimal, so 4, and then 8 divided by 9 is going to be 0.88 repeated. So this one is going to be 4.88 repeated. We could round it to 4.9 as well. Okay? Now, 4 divided by 3 is going to be 1.33 repeated. So we have negative 1.33. This is perfect. It's already in decimal form, so 4.25. This is perfect as well, already in decimal form, 1.35. This one we're going to have to convert, so let's take a look at this one. We have radical 87, or square root of 87. The next upper is 100, and the next lower is 81. So the square root of 81 is 9. The square root of 100 is 10, so it's going to be 9 and a fraction. The distance from 81 to 100 will give us our denominator, and that number is 19. From 81 to 87 is going to give us our numerator. So 87 minus 81 is going to be equal to 6. So we got 9 and 6 over 19. So we have our 9, and then 6 divided by 19 is going to give us 9.3157, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Since all of our other numbers were basically rounded to the hundredths, let's round to the hundredths here. So we have 9.32. Okay, so this is about 9.32. Okay? It's a little bit high, so we might have to extend that a little bit. So next we have radical 5. Once again, our square root method, square root of 5. That's between the square root of 4 and the square root of 9. So I have square root of 4 is 2, and the square root of 9 is 3. Distance from 4 to 9 is 5. Distance from 4 to 5 is 1. So this is going to be 2.20. So 2.20. Alright, this is just a decimal, 425, and then this is just negative 0.33. Okay? Now, let's start to put it in order. I'm going to start with this 9 since it's all the way back here. Oh, it's a negative actually. So I'm just going to extend this a little bit. It's not going to be drawn to scale, but it's going to be over here. So this will be around negative radical 87. All right, I'll just say it's around there somewhere. Okay, that's done. I'm going to check that off. Let me check it off down here actually. All right, now we need radical 5, which is about 2.2. Let's separate this. 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4. So we have 2.2. We could just estimate that that's around here. Okay? So this right here will be radical 5. Square root of 5. We got 0.4, so it's a little bit less than a half, so it'll be over here. 0.425. Negative 1/3 So it's going to be about a third from 0, which is good, which we'll say is right here. So this is negative 1/3. 1.35, it's about right here. So this will be 1.35. Negative 4.25, so that's in between -4 and -5, so that's a quarter of the way. We could say that that's right here. Negative 4.25. All right, got that. And notice how I'm checking it along the way. Negative 1.33. So 1 is here, a third is about here. So that's negative 4/3. All right. And as you can see, I'm punching in the original number, not the decimal one I made. Radical 24 is 4.88. So 4.88 is about right here. So this would be radical 24, or square root of 24. Then lastly, we got 3.8. 3.8 is about right here. So this will be 3 4/5. Okay? And that's it. That's how you compare and order real numbers. What you need to do first is turn everything into decimals, and then after you turn everything to decimals, you could go ahead and put it in a number line. All right? That's it.